What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome to my new channel. This is all going to be relating to knife making in the Highlands of Scotland. I've been wanting to do this for years, but I've finally got round to it, shall we say, pulled my finger out and actually got stuff moving in the right direction. So I am building a knife grinder for a start off. It's a 2x72 Sabre design. It's been converted to metric. My brother's drawn it out. I've had it all water jetted. I've put it all together. I've added a few alterations along the way to suit what I need it for, and I hope you like it. I've also been, like I say, I've been wanting to do this for years, but I haven't really got round to it. I've never had the time to do it or the money to buy all the bits like motors and VFDs and wheels and belts and scales and steel and all the rest of it. So I decided at New Year, my New Year's resolution was just to do it. So, like I say, I'm not rich by any means, but I've bent the credit card backwards to buy all this stuff, so it better be worth it. I'll show you what I've been up to so far. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy the films, the videos, and all the rest of it. And I hope you get something out of it that might inspire you to do the same. Because if you're sitting at home thinking, "Oh, I'd really like to do that. I'd really like to do it," just do it. You're a long time dead, as they say. Okay, so just get out there and do it. Bend the credit card backwards. That's what they're for. Get the stuff and just do it. Right, and this is the grinder that I'm on about. Like I say, I made some of these parts a couple of years ago. The bits that I had metal for, and I bought a wheel set, but unfortunately it's the wrong size for the drive wheel. But I used the smaller wheels on the Platin, and I've been making bits and pieces of it as I go. But like I say, finally bit the bullet, bought a motor, bought a VFD, and I'll be putting it all together and hopefully it'll work a treat. I also plan on making an adjustable tilt work rest for it. You can join me for that at a later stage. Don't have the money for it just now, although I did order a plate of aluminium for the work rest part of it. Most people use steel, I know, but aluminium was cheap, so I just bought it, and I thought, well, it'll not rust for one thing. It'll be lighter for another, because these things weigh a ton, and hopefully it'll be good enough for the purpose that I need it for. But like I say, I'm no expert by far. I've done a bit of research on these things, and like I say, I've made a couple of alterations, or I'm in the midst of making a couple of alterations to hopefully make it a bit easier for my use. Okay, so I'll just show you it just now. And here it is. Welcome to my 2x72. It's a steel frame. Like I say, I've made it out of metric. It's all made out of 10mm steel. You can see all these sections in here, they're all 10mm. This one here I added on a boss for the hydraulic ram thing. This is to tension your wheel when you pull it down, etc. And I put a few holes in because I wasn't sure where it needed to be for the length of the belt. Okay, I've just done my best guess. But you can get different length rams if need be, and different strength rams. This one's really quite stiff, so I'm not sure if it'll be any use or not. I've also got my tracking wheel up here, adjuster. I'll show you the other side. Made a handle for it. I made this platen plate for it, and as you can see, it's a bit front heavy at the minute. So I'll just stuck this bar on to stop it from tipping over completely. What I'll do is I'll take this out and I'll show you what we got. I've got adjuster handles on this side. Obviously you can put them in any position you like. In fact, I'll take both of them out, that'll be easier. So we'll start with the work rest. This is the work rest here. It was water jetted along with the sides, and it is roughly a foot by just under 6 inches. So it should be okay for my needs. I might need another one because this is a tiltable grinder. I might need another one for the tilt side of it. I'll take this out as well and show you what I've done there. I'd have liked to have slotted this, but I didn't have the capabilities. I don't have the capabilities to slot it. So I've just put various holes in so that I can tilt this plate in at various different angles. Yeah. I've also put a countersink. This plate in the front is sacrificial. That hole was a mistake. We all make them. But I thought, well, it's up beside the top. It's unlikely to see a lot of wear. I've rounded off the top edges here so that the belt doesn't catch on them. And it should be level with the front of these wheels. Okay. It's just bolted in loosely at the moment. None of this has been set up yet. Like I say, I'm just putting it together. Like I say, I've got adjustable handles for tightening it. And I bought the aluminium, which is 1.5 by 1.5, which is just under 40mm square. And that gives me enough room that this will slide in and out without getting stuck. Let me just demonstrate. Yeah, that'll slide in there, no problem. This arm here, I'm putting a small wheel attachment on one side, and I'm putting a hole for a contact wheel in the other. So I'll be able to use it for two things, and I don't have to buy another expensive aluminium 1.5 by 1.5 bar. You can see here it also, I'll just show you, it can tilt to 90 degrees. Yeah. And that hole there is where the motor goes. There's the other side of the tracking wheel device. Like I say, that bolts and everything need cut down to size. That's a M12 for my tracking wheel. And the motor is a face mount. I'm waiting for the screws for it to arrive because it's obviously UNF, it's American. Well, it's maybe not obvious to you, but it is to me because it's an American motor. So that's the basis of the grinder. You can see it's just bolted together. And I've got two channels, one on the top for the platen, one on the bottom for the tool rest. And it does fit. I put button head bolts on that adjusters so that it can fit between the two. Like I say, it's all 10mm. These things here are all 10mm by 10mm, 10mm by 10mm, 10mm plate. It's all steel, obviously. Had to weld the base down. That slots into the hole, that slots into a hole, and it's welded as well. I've just put a couple of spots of weld on it. I've also got to sort out one of these for this part here where it rotates, yeah, so that I can lock it in position at 90 degrees. And this bit at the front, that's just to stabilise it so that it doesn't fall forwards. So that's the basis of it. That's the basis of the grinder. Other parts I've been buying include this. This is the motor. It's an Iron Horse Premium Efficiency 2 horsepower motor. And it's got an odd size drive. It's like 5/8 of an inch drive. And of course, I had another motor lined up, but it didn't fit. But while I was waiting for it to arrive, I ordered some wheels for it. This is a wheel that I got with the original kit. It's 24.5mm. And this is a 5-inch wheel I got, which is also 24mm. So if anybody's looking for some wheels, cheap, let me know, because they're no use to me. I'll be selling them. I've ordered a 6-inch wheel, which is even bigger, which will give an even faster belt rate. The bigger the wheel, obviously, the faster it'll spin in the circumference. I'm waiting for that to arrive from China. And I'm also waiting for my small wheel attachments to arrive from China. And once I get that together, I'll be able to put it all together. I'm waiting for screws. Like I say, it's like 5/8 to 5/16. I think it's 5/16 screws that hold the plate onto the body of the grinder there on that side. Yeah, this motor sits in that hole, and obviously this turns the wheel, which turns other wheels that sit. And then I bought this today. This has just arrived. This is my Invertec inverter. I originally bought the wrong one. I bought the one that wasn't dust-proof, trying to be a tight bod. And it was a false economy, because by the time I dust-proofed the undust-proofed one, it would have cost me the same as just getting the right one. So I just sent it back. Thankfully, they took it back. Like I say, it was only out the bag to have a look at. And this one will be perfect. I mean, it cost a lot of money. It was about 350 quid for this. It was also about 350 quid for that motor, believe it or not. But that's the only motor that fits that chassis. If I'd known that before, I would have built a different chassis to suit a tech motor or something along that lines, which I could have used my 24mm shaft wheels on. But unfortunately, I didn't know that at the time. I got a tech motor. It was the wrong motor. It wouldn't fit, because this part here on the tech motor was here, and it wouldn't fit the body of the grinder. So I was stuffed. I had to send it back. So I was a bit gutted about that, because the tech motor was about £170. Like I say, this one was twice as much. This was about £350. But this is the right motor for the chassis, so it should fit seamlessly, and I won't have any grief with it. So it's a cry once deal, I guess. Same with this. This is a cry once deal as well. But they're top quality inverters, the Invertec ones. Really good. I really like them. Like I say, I did a lot of research before I bought any of this stuff. I didn't do enough research to know that the flipping motor would only, the frame would only fit that motor. But anyway, you live and learn. So that's the latest in the motor. So this motor's to go in once my bolts arrive. This is to get wired up. I've got the cable here for it, and it's 2.5mm cable with it will have a heavy duty plug in the end when I get to Screwfix. This one's got four core. The other one's 3 core. The one that comes from your plug to the inverter is it's 2.5mm cable, but it's just as you can see there, it's just 3 core. This is the proper cable for electrical installations. I can't remember what its designation is. It's like TPE or something along that lines, but it's the right one for it. And as you can see, if you look at the ends of the cables, they're a lot thicker than your like normal plug cables. These are 2.5mm cables. Now, to fit that to the inverter, I've also got this stuff here, connectors. I'm sure you've seen these before. These are different sizes, because apparently it's different. It's a different size for the cable from the wall plug, if you like, the connector, than it is the cable from here to the motor. So that's why I've got 2 bags, because they're different sizes. And of course, after I purchased them, I found these, which you'd probably have done. Maybe not. Maybe they're a bit wide. Anyway, I've got some heat shrink. Different sizes of heat shrink there. And what I'll do with that is, once I put the connectors on the end of here, I'll also put some heat shrink over it, just to seal it all up. I've got some 20mm electrical glands that'll fit in here. 2 of them will be just blanks, because I only need 1 cable in, 1 cable out. So this will be the cable coming in from the plug in the wall, and this will be the one going out to the motor. I'll show you how I wire that up when I wire it up. I'm not sure when that'll be. It won't be today, that's for sure. So that's about it. That's as far as I've got on the grinder side of things. Other than that, I've just been buying stuff for actually making knives with. Hoo-ha! The excitement's unpalpable. I bought myself some scales. This stuff here's Babinga, it's called. I bought these about 5 years ago, probably. And also bought this stuff about the same time. This is like a multi-layered, I don't know what it is, but it was cheap and it's pretty rubbish, to be honest. I'm not going to use it. What I will do is I'll... and I also got some Kirinite Black Pearl. I really like these because they're kind of subtle. And I'm waiting on... What am I waiting on? I'm waiting on another set of scales. Oh, what are they again? You know, I can't remember. I can't even remember what I bought. That's terrible, isn't it? But yeah, word of advice, don't put brass pins into holes because once they're in and they're tight, they don't come out again. Which is the whole idea of it, I guess, but, you know, it doesn't really help that they're stuck solid. Like I say, I probably won't use these, but I might use them just for practicing on. I've got another blade that I cut out somewhere. Where is it? I don't know. I've got another blade I cut out somewhere that I'm going to use for practicing as well. Once I get the grinder up and running, I'm going. Oh, there it is. I'm going to do a few, quite a few runs, practice runs before I actually do anything that's going to get finished. Okay. This knife here was one that I started, like I say, about 5 years ago. I didn't have any tools or anything like that. All I had was like a basic drill and an angle grinder, you know. So obviously I've not put any bevel on it at all. I've just cut out the blank and it needs tidied up here. I stuck a pattern in the spine. Looks alright, I think, for a beginner. So that one will get used for practice for bevels once I get the grinder up and running. I've also cut out another blank, which will be a camp knife, this one here. I was going to use the Babinga scales on it. I think that'll look really nice once it's done. And I've got another large chunk of steel here. This is all 1080 or 1085, as far as I remember. It might be 1074 this one, can't remember. Because like I say, it was years ago I bought it. That is 1075 apparently. Or 1095. 1075, we'll see. So about 1075 I got. I was going to make a big camp knife out of this, but it's pretty thick material. I can't remember exactly how thick it is, but it's pretty damn thick. Let's just have a look and see. See how thick it is. Put the old Verniers on. Yeah. 8mm? That can't be right, surely. Maybe it is. Whew. 9mm maybe. Yeah, 9mm apparently. So that would probably chop down trees, I'd imagine. I'm going to buy some more steel. I'm just buying some 1085 to start with. A, because it's cheap. B, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't want to spend a lot of money on expensive steel that I'm going to make an arse of. Or might make an arse of. Or I'll maybe get some like tool steel or something cheap to, like I say, just to practice on, you know. I've also got a load of old steel in the garage. That would probably do just as well to practice on as well, you know. So I'll get some practice in before I actually make something that I'm going to keep. So that's the story so far. Like I say, I've got a lot of work to do. I have to wire this up. I have to get that into the grinder. I have to get the grinder out into the garage and all set up. Once I've done that, I'll probably make another video, to be fair, showing how to wire up the inverter once I figure it out myself. And you also program these, so I'll show you how to program it. I'll show you how to wire it. I'll show you how to fit that. I'll also show you how to fit the wheel to it. I'm sure you probably know, but it's aluminium, same as these. And all you need to do is heat them up. Heat up the wheel the aluminium will expand and it should just slot onto the shaft of the motor. That's the plan anyway. I'm hoping it will. I bought some cheap belts from China. I don't know if they'll be any good or not, to be honest, but like I say, they were like a tenner for 5 belts, so I suspect they'll probably be shite. But we'll find out in due course. They might do for like shaping wood handles and the likes. I don't think they're ceramic. They look like aluminium oxide belts, to be fair. So we'll see what like they are. They'll do for a practice whirl, shall we say. But I will be getting ceramic belts because they're a lot better. They're also quite a bit dearer, but you get what you pay for, I guess. Not sure which type to go for. Norton seem to get quite a good write-up. But if you know any different, put it down in the comments and let me know. If you know any decent budget options, because I am in a budget. I'm not made of money. That would be helpful. So that's today's video. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you stay with it. I hope you subscribe to the channel. And I hope you won't come back to see some knife making once I get this up and running. Shouldn't be too long now, hopefully. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. That's me for now. Peace out, homies.